Hello, 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 and welcome to the Rumble and Roar podcast. Now, y'all know every time I have a guest, I'm going to say I'm so excited because I am. And I know I sound like a broken record, but oh well. I have a guest today, and this is Kamoni.
Hi, guys.
And we have a topic for you guys. I'm sure half of the nation, I know I'm exaggerating. However, it's been a whole, this lady got a lot of views on Instagram on this.
Yes.
And the name of this topic is, who the beep did I marry? You know, we're going to just dive right on in, Kamoni. We're going to dive right on in. Did you get to see the whole 50?
It took me a long time.
Because you were doing a little bit at a time.
Right. But one of my friends was telling me if you do the 2x speed on there, you can get through it quicker.
Okay.
Which I should have did before, but I wanted to dive in and actually understand, but it took me a long time to finish it.
Well, you know what? My sister told me about it first, and then you came in talking about it. I was like, I was like 50.
Right.
I don't know if I don't have that much time. However, when I started listening to it, I was like, wait a minute. The times that I did was in my car.
Right.
If I was, I just went and got some more contacts. I waited while I was in a waiting room, and that took a lot of time. And went to dentist office and places like that.
Right.
So I did get through all 50. I did. You didn't?
Last night.
Okay. Well, wait a minute. You said last night. No lie. I promise you, I finished mine up earlier this morning.
Really?
Yes. I had like 3 more this morning, and as I was getting ready and stuff, I was like just letting it play and listening.
Right.
And guys, I'm here to say, Kamoni, I'm not going to throw stones at this lady. What is her name? Now, you know, how you going to have a show and can't remember? I forget the lady's name. Risa Tisa, something like that. Yeah. That's not her real name, but that's what everybody was calling her.
Right.
And then the guy's name is Legion.
Right.
Legion. Okay. But I don't want to throw rocks at this lady because I don't know a woman out there who does not, when they're young and they're getting a little older and they're got someone that they really care about or whatever. All women want to be married.
Exactly.
We all want to be married. And I'm not going to speak for just women. Men do too. They want to be married. Some of them. We better put that big S on some of them. But women, we really do want. We want to be married.
Right.
But some women are infatuated with that damn title. Oh, I'm married. Married. My husband, I'm married.
Exactly.
But you can't just be out there saying I'm married and you're going through hell. And no matter how bad you want to be married, you really got to do your due diligence before you just jump in.
Right.
Now, I got a list of things, and we just going to go over them because it is not. Let me make this clear. It is not to bash Risa Tisa. It's not to bash her. It's just I'm going to voice my opinion, and I'm trying to see how Moni feels about it as well. And we would love to see what you guys think, because some of it makes sense and some of it doesn't make sense, but I do kind of understand some of it.
Right.
Even though you might not, you might be saying, that was just crazy. No, walk in other people's shoes. And yeah, you might have, everybody would say, I would have did that different. I would have left right then. I would have did this. I would have did that.
They don't know.
And
they don't know.
Right. And you know what? When you see a red flags, let's start at the first. Okay, she wanted to be married very bad.
Right.
One thing about it, she was truthful as far as we know. I don't know if she was
the truth. Ugly, bad, good,
indifferent,
sad, all of it.
She did, and she
told
said,
the truth. Yeah.
Okay. As far as we know, we think that it was the truth. And it sounds like it was the truth. And why would she say those things and they weren't? I mean, just like everybody else do, lie when the truth sounds better. However.
Right.
The things that she said was the truth. She was making herself look bad, and nobody usually do that unless it is the truth, right?
Okay. In some points they do, but others seek pity from others, but in this case, I don't think.
Vampire, energy vampires just want to get your reaction. Like that guy tried to all throughout the thing being with her, just want to get a reaction.
Right. That's why I said I don't think that she was.
I don't think she was lying.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. Okay. I said there are a lot of women out there who want to be married very badly and will stay. And they just want to be there so they can have that title of being married. We said that.
Right.
Okay, don't throw no rocks. That's what we said we're going to do. I want to ask everyone, have you ever ignored a red flag? Of course. You're a human being. Yeah. And when you see something you like or you like it so much, you ignore the red flags. And sometimes, listen, just to get this right, all red flags, they are red flags. I'm trying to say this right because I don't want to contradict myself. They are red flags. However, you can't go out there and every little thing somebody does, and when you first meet them, be like, nah, no. Right. You got to give that person a chance because it might be just their way, their demeanor, whatever about them. Mm-hmm. And when you find more out about them, then you can say, okay, no, you're just XYZ, right? You kind of know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because I'm trying to use an example. What if I met someone and he would be talking really, really fast?
Exactly.
And a fast talking person, you be like, nigga, you lying through your damn teeth because you talking too fast. Slow down while you lying. But that might be just the way he talks.
Yeah. But most of the red flags, we're not able to pick up on them right away. Mm-hmm. And sometimes we need other people to kind of pick up on it and tell us. But even still, when they do tell us, we don't take heed to it.
Because we're in love.
Exactly.
And not only in love, we want to be married. We want to be married. And then the thing that comes up in women's mind, you jealous. You just don't want me to be with him. You this, you that. You know how we do. Yeah. Mind your own damn business. That's what we do.
And it's like, why do we do that though?
Well, maturity. That's how I'm going to look at it. Because if you tell me something now, I can decipher. Even when I was younger, I'll be like, I just don't, what you're saying, I can tell what kind of person you are, because I already know what kind of person you are if I'm dealing with you. If you came to me correct and it was out of love. Or I can tell if, you come in, I don't know you that well, and you're saying stuff, and you're just saying this stuff because you're jealous or whatever the case may be.
Exactly.
But women do it. They do it. They don't want you to be happy. They don't want you to be happy. So, and some people, the ex-wives and stuff, told her.
Right.
But what ex-wife I'm saying ex, guys. That means they're no longer together. What ex is going to say something good? It's your ex for a reason. Right?
Now, I'm one of those exes now. If there was good to me, you know what? Let me rephrase that.
Okay.
If there was a woman that came to me and asking about my ex, I'm not going to completely bash them. I'm not going to do it. But what I will do, I will tell the good and the bad. Okay. Okay, he was doing good in this area. He has this personality, such and such. And other bad things, like, okay, well, he don't taste bad, he lies, such and such. I'm not going to completely leave it out. Mm-hmm. So I feel like there was other red flags that she could have seen as far as like the pastor and the pastor's wife.
But see, that was after the fact, though. That was after. Remember? Because the pastor's wife said, I wish you guys had come to us before you got married.
Exactly.
Because we would have told you right there not to do it. You came after the fact, and now she said, if I'm not mistaken, that y'all are not going to... I'll be surprised if y'all make it to next year or January. A year. Mm-hmm. So... Well, yeah, she should have listened to but she didn't even go to them first.
Exactly.
And wasn't this really odd that she didn't tell her mom? She didn't tell her mother.
Yeah, but then she did say that she didn't want to get their hopes up. Because I believe that...
What do you mean you don't want to get your hopes up? When you're getting married, you should be happy. What do you mean get their hopes up? He done proposed to you. You done set a wedding date.
Right.
And... your hopes are up. You're getting married. This is a special occasion. And the first person people run to is their mom.
I know, but that would be the right thing to do. I do believe that they were going to get married a previous time, but something happened.
Oh, before
They was getting married prior to when they went to the courthouse.
When they did go.
So I don't think that they wanted to tell people and then something fall through again.
See, guys, and some of this stuff I went through it so fast. I probably missed it. So when you're telling me, and I'm like, it's because I probably missed it. But
it's good.
Yeah, this is what I want to know. Okay.
What's going on?
Why after 2 weeks? And this is, guys, I know the lady was in love. I know she wanted to be married. We've already established that.
Right.
But in 2 weeks, you're going to move somebody into your home. Your home.
Yeah.
I couldn't understand that. Now, lady, I'm not trying, like I said, and I'm going to say it over and over and over because I don't want nobody to think that this is what this show is about, bashing her. It's about, I'm trying to understand, because I know she actually did help some women out there with the stuff that she said and the things that she went through, and she shared it, you know. But 2 weeks now. I'm going to just say Tisa. That's her name, because I'm not going to keep trying to remember. Tisa, Risa, whoever. Right. Tisa, 2 weeks after knowing him, liking him, infatuated by him, blind, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
2 weeks now. 2 weeks? Two. Not 2 months. We could have, but 2 weeks. That's 10 days. And if we want to add the weekends, that's 14. Why would you do that to a perfectly stranger? Because he really was a stranger.
Right.
So what would make a woman do that? Did she answer that question?
She didn't, but she did say that she was young, which I can understand that. Because, like I said, don't get me wrong. When I tell you I ignored so many red flags, past relationships.
We all have.
I ignored so many red flags. But I feel like when you're trying to do things different and you feel like your life is, you know what I'm saying, trying to get better and your time is running out at this point,
and that's what she said.
You want to get things moving. You want to get married. And then social media has a lot to do with it as well. So once you're seeing everybody getting married and going on trips, you want that for yourself.
Okay, I'm about to take it to the left and then I'm gonna bring it back. You know what? You were did she not? $1 billion question. You know what? You were so right, Monty, because when you get on social media and it becomes a trend, y'all might throw some rocks and do what you do. It's you. But I feel that way about having a baby. Yes. It's so many people who has had babies and they did it because their friend had one. And then, you know, and I've heard the conversations, all of my friends have babies, you know. And so they had one. It's like, are you crazy? Are you high? And even if you're high, it's not a bad thing. But you must be on something bigger than just weed, because having a baby ain't no joke, and really doing the baby right. But I believe that at one point, that has slowed down. You know, people are not having babies just for a trend. But there was a time, it was like, well, my friend got a baby. My friend got a baby. Now everybody got, ooh. But that, yes, and you were so right. That social media, my friends just got married, and such got married. And then you see the celebrities getting married, and married is everywhere. So now you want to get married. Ooh, guys, Tisa showed you can't just want that title and it just be, it's not a thing that's thrown out. You have to work at it, and you have to know a person before you put your life together with them. Ooh, girl.
And then the crazy thing is, she said she got married, I want to say it was June 5th. I think she said January 5th.
Yes, you were right. 31st. I saw that. Go ahead.
I said it was crazy.
Look.
But that's what a lot of people say. Once they get married, things change. And I don't understand that.
Because people are false advertising.
Right.
You heard that from a 30-year married woman, okay? They false advertise. And there are some really good actors. They will do all kinds of stuff to get you. They will. And then once they get you, it's like, well, got her now.
Same thing happened with pregnancy as well. The
Tell me
same
about it.
thing.
What do you...
Listen.
Okay.
When I tell you, men will get you pregnant and change. Like, I've never seen it. Like, I've never seen it before.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Okay, so I've never experienced that, but I cannot relate. I can understand. They're like, oh, lovey-dovey, everything is good. We doing everything together. Everything is everything.
Right.
But as soon as you say, you know what, miss my cycle, miss my period, I think I'm pregnant. Then you come back with the real deal, I am. It's like, you know what, I do not have the time to do this.
Right.
I got to work all of a sudden, got to work all the time.
Exactly.
I got to do everything. But they had a whole bunch of time for you before they knew. I get it. Men are, some men, I'm not going to say all, we're not going to say all, but some men are like that, and that's just crazy.
It is.
Yes. So let's see, we're not going to throw rocks, we said that. She moved the man in. Let me ask this.
Okay.
After the third lie, Kamoni, okay, now, you like we said, we ignore red flags. We do. And if you don't, then you're from another planet because you're not human. Because, okay, when you like something, you will, you're like, okay, I'm going to let that go because or I'm going to forgive or whatever the case may be. But there was so many, like you just stated, from January 15th and then January 31st, she said she knew she was in trouble. Right. If you knew you were in trouble, what did your brain... Okay, you've already answered that. I don't want to keep... But you said that you just wanted to be married. So you wanted to be married so bad till you just stayed with... You said that you did.
Right.
That's too much.
She said she wanted to work on it. She wanted, to see it go through. Even though the pastor was telling her that it wouldn't work out, she still had hope. But she also believed, what if he wasn't telling the truth? Like, she was second guessing herself. So it was like, she seen the bank statements.
Right.
She was talking to the realtor and everything. So it was like, what if he wasn't lying?
And that is so true. Now, you know what? I would have did the same thing. I'm not going to even trip. If somebody had to turn around and say, girl, look, that's my banking account. I make such and such. And he had, he was a real good actor.
Yeah.
Because he would pull it up and do all of these things and then act like he's pulling it up and then show it to you. Right. And you're glancing at it. But I'm not trying to be funny. I'm just telling you what kind of person I am, guys. You can believe it or leave it. I don't really care. I am that woman that, oh, really? That's your bank? Let me see. And I would have got real close. I would have been saying, oh, this is Chase Bank, Bank of America. Oh, and when was all of this deposited? Or was this a statement you're showing me from 9 years ago?
Right.
I'm just that one. And I am that one that you just can't be on the phone every single time you're on the phone. Yeah. Hey, bro, how you doing this morning? Oh, bro, man said, hey.
Put on speakerphone. Let me talk to him.
Right.
Let me talk to him.
Let me talk to him. I mean, every time you talk to him, he's got to say, hey, and I got to say, hey. Can I hear his voice?
Right.
Can I get to know him myself? Better yet, FaceTime him. I've never seen him.
That's what I'm saying.
I've never seen him. But some things I just couldn't get. I could understand that if it was 2000, not even 2000, if it was 1990 something, but this is 2024.
Nobody really talk on the phone.
And not even that, even if you did talk on the phone, FaceTime, and you're with someone that he keeps telling you about other people and they're saying hey to you, not one time did you say, hey, let me see what he looked like.
Right.
Let him see what I look like. Nobody came to our wedding. They don't know me. Let me, put a face with a voice and all of that. So I'm not trying to be hard on her. I keep saying that, but certain things. So like I said, after the third lie,
right,
what would make them not... What would make... I'm going to ask you because we already know she wanted to be married desperately so bad to where she would have taken anything. What would make you not leave after the third lie that you have found, that you know for certain it was a lie? Like, okay, she stayed with them even after she saw where they were. She investigated it, remember? And she saw where there was going to be that not going to be that there was a that those were pictures from online. The bank statements, the houses, the cars, all of those were pictures. She found that out. When she found it out, why? Right then, that's too much. That's too much. Three things you just and then there was proof, you know. So at that point, why couldn't she say, "I'm out. This is too much"?
I feel
Why
like
wouldn't you say it?
I'm not gonna say I can't say it, but I feel like with her, she felt like she was just in too deep with it because everything was coming so fast with it. As far as with the from beginning with the tire to the babies to the marriage to the house,
the tire and the baby, girl. We didn't even. Okay,
Yeah.
so okay. I think that is. I'm trying to hide that. I think that that tire thing. I really. I know it was impressive.
Right.
It was very impressive for him to pay for the tire.
Right.
And I'm trying to think in my own mind if. Yeah, I ain't gonna even sit here and lie. I'm not gonna lie, guys. If I had a flat tire and I'm a damsel in distress and somebody was like, you know, help me change the tire and say, hey, you need a new tire, and they'd be like, oh, don't worry about it, I'll go buy it. I'll look at them like they're crazy, like, if I didn't have ties to you and I didn't know you, and hey, I would. If you say I want to, you know, you're helping me because damsels in distress, people help. Especially back in the day. These days, I'm scared for anybody to help me. Don't help me. I just stay waiting till the daggone hero people come. But I would, hey, you want to pay for it? Okay. But, you know, you got to go your way and I go mine. No, you can't have my number. You can't have nothing. You want to be dumb enough to go ahead and change and pay for my tire? Thank you. Bye. I don't know you. But she had met him.
Right.
And they were going to be together, you know, and I don't know. I just don't know. This is crazy. Yeah. But I'm trying not to say bad stuff, though.
No, it's not bad. I feel like with the whole tire thing, if I'm on my way to meet someone and my tire pop, I feel like that would be my first sign. Like, why out of all days I'm trying to meet my tire pop? I don't know.
You know what? Isn't that something? That was a sign.
Yeah.
But you know what? You can't look at it that way, and then you can, because some people, if it started raining on my wedding day, I'm like, oh, Joe.
Yeah.
You know, I'm thinking, I don't know about that. But then, if I'm not mistaken, there was something that says if it rains on your wedding day, something else. It was positive. It wasn't negative. But I be thinking it's negative because I got stuff to do and I'm trying to look pretty.
Yeah.
But you know.
I mean. She see now though.
Yeah, I know it. He just came to the rescue. Now, let me just say this. This right here. Ooh. Every time I think of something, Monty, I'm trying not to say bad stuff.
She's not a bad person, but she did bash herself.
Those choices.
Yeah.
After you got pregnant and miscarried, and that man would not take you to the doctor.
Yeah.
And lied. His job came before whatever.
Yeah.
That's not a red flag. That's a black flag. You're dead. You are dead. Look. You. And the horse you rode in on, because that has taken it to a crazy nother level.
Right.
You know, so you just showed me, if you're playing spades and I know it's a joker and then it starts with the ace, you just showed me your joker card. No, I can't. You done trumped everything when you can't take me to the doctor, and no. So she didn't leave after that, Kamoni.
Exactly. And not only did he not take us to the doctor, he was 3 hours late picking her up. 3 hours late after he told the doctor, or the assistant told the doctor that he was on his way.
So what do you think about that?
Honestly, she handled it better than I would have. That's all I can say.
Okay, I'm going over this because I'm just trying to make sure that I'm just trying to go down. Okay, the ex-wife,
Right.
Kamoni. There were 2 ex-wives and an ex-girlfriend. And the reason I know that, I can't remember all of that stuff that I looked from 50 of those, but
Right.
I Googled the ex-wives of the so-called Legion, and 2 of them got on and said they're what they wanted to talk about him, and said they're peace, and hopefully we'll be able to show some of that on both of them.
Right.
And he actually, Legion himself,
He talked.
yeah, he talked. So we're gonna have a little clip of that as well. But after the ex-wife told you everything that comes out of that man's mouth is going to be a lie. What? Okay, let me stop acting like I'm not human. If an ex-wife told me something, pardon me, like that, I would have said, okay, she's saying that because she's probably bitter with him. She doesn't really want him to be with me, just all kinds of stuff. However, if she told that ex-wife, which she did, the stuff that she was going through. Oh, no, let me back up. She didn't just tell the ex-wife what she was, she told the ex-wife, let me tell you what he did to you. He said that he was on a football team, right? He said this, that, what. Now, see, when an ex-wife would tell me all of that, and I know I just went through all of that.
Right.
No, ma'am. I would have been like, no.
They don't, honestly, in my opinion, they don't have no reason to lie. I'm sorry. I'm
What,
not
the
going to lie on my
ex-wives?
ex-wives, baby mamas,
No.
mothers, all that. They don't have no reason to lie.
Some of them do because they still want that man. Some of them do. But in this case, none of them wanted him. Actually, didn't some of them have restraining orders? They did not want this man. And let me just say this before I forget. Legion, allegedly, his name is Legion?
Supposedly.
I said supposedly, allegedly, whatever. Okay, allegedly, like we at court. We are not bashing you.
I am.
Okay, we are. Oh, she said she is. Okay, but what I'm doing is talking about what they said about you. If I did look at a little bit of what you said, and it was so little, it's not even enough to comment on. However, I hope that you didn't do all of this stuff to this lady. I hope that you didn't. No, not this lady. These women. Because you just made a real habit out of this. And it was just not right on every level if this stuff is true about you. And she's so confident. She's so confident. She said, hey, I'm going to go live and y'all can ask me anything. Now, one thing about a lie. When you lie, you got to think about how to tell that lie again and again and again.
It was so consistent.
Oh, when you are telling the truth, you can ask me that lie in my sleep. You can ask me whatever in my sleep. I'm gonna be able to tell you the same thing because it's actually the truth. So this lady have gone through a lot, y'all.
She has. She really has. And even when she talked to, I think she talked to the brother.
Yes.
And the brother was telling her how mentally he was sick and has been for a minute. But
and nobody in the family like him.
Right. But this whole time he was living through his brother. That's his brother life he's telling. The bank account was the brother. The job was the brother. Everything was the brother.
He wanted to be his brother.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He wanted to be his brother.
That was the problem.
Yeah. So, yeah, the brother said that
he was mentally sick, and he wasn't taking his meds basically. But you know what? The thing that got me was the grandma's grave. The grandma's grave. How do you go and find a random grave and then portray it as your grandma's grave? Like, mentally, you're not there. You're not there mentally, because how do you do that?
And then he said that little girl died. That is just too much. You know what? He needs help, guys. If this is actually true, Monty, he needs help.
He does, but he got the medicine. He just don't take it. So, there's nothing much that you can
watch
do.
over him, because that's too much. If I'm not mistaken, at that very end, she said that he was breaking down in the car, in the police car at the very end. But this is what I want to know too. After all of that, she done kicked him out. Why was she concerned about him eating? Why was she concerned about where he was sleeping? Why was she concerned, period? Remember that part where she said, "Have you eaten?"
Yeah.
And then she gave him some money for some chicken nuggets.
I feel like she got a really good heart. And coming from a person that has a really good heart, even though the people that has done me bad in the past, I still am concerned about them because I want their well-being.
You are like that.
Yeah.
You sure are.
So she really has a really good heart, and that's why she's going to continue to be blessed in the future, which is why she's up in life now, basically.
I too am a forgiving person. Right. I am. However, I don't forget too quick. And it depends on the level of the way you hurt me. If I have anything to do with you.
Right.
I'm not wishing no bad. I'm not trying to come after you. I'm not trying to do anything. But guess what? I'm not gonna either. Don't come near me. Don't say anything. Yeah. The air that's breathed, if you could breathe yours over there and I breathe mine, we're gonna be all right. But when I'm on a street and we're on the same side, cross the street or allow me to cross it.
Yeah.
Because you're not gonna you're not gonna drag me by my hair or my wig.
Right.
And think that I'm going to care about your well-being. Now, I know me. I probably would look at him like she said. He started out at a three T. I said a 3T like the kids, like I deal with babies too much. I said 3T. That is funny, like the toddlers.
I like the balls around
3X.
Right.
That's what he was. He started out as a 3X, and he got down to almost a daggone. She said extra large, maybe. So I probably would have looked and said, "Oh my gosh."
Right, you look sick.
Yes, yeah. I would have, and it probably would have touched my heart.
Right.
However, everything that you've done would have went through my head. I would have been like, "Oh, okay. Well, I think you're getting punished, and
right.
That's your punishment, and they don't have nothing to do with me. That's between you and God."
Right.
And she never did say why he lost all that weight. She said that he had a knee problem. A knee problem do you know how many football players would be like that if they knee problems don't make you lose that kind of weight? Exactly. And then again, if it does, then I excuse me, I didn't know it. However, I never known a knee problem to make you lose that kind of weight.
Exactly.
So, and she never said why. Now, the first thing that would have came to mind to me, because you found out about all of those girls, on his phone and on, and just a lot of stuff. And he was into some kinky stuff, so you say, or are we supposed to say allegedly? And all of these girls that he'd been through, and then he's losing that kind of weight.
Right.
It didn't pop in your head, "Oh, junk. Let me go to the doctor," or he might have. Let me go to the doctor because he done gave me something, because clearly you got something and it ain't no damn knee problem.
Right.
It's something else.
Yeah.
So she never talked about that, but she might see our podcast and address some of the things that we are saying. She said that there are a lot of people that's been saying a lot of stuff, and she said she doesn't mind talking to you about it. And this was rude, and she said she read it and she was real nice about it. I love the way she replied. She said, and somebody said, "How could a VP be with?" She said, They said that you should have known that he wasn't a VP because a VP wouldn't be with nobody like you.
Oh,
That's what she said, and I thought that was terrible. That was really bad for.
really?
Yeah, that was bad for anybody to say something like that. But
Right.
and see, some people would have clapped back like F you.
Right.
You know, and what do you look like while you talking and texting and nobody knows what you look like? You probably look like Willie Foo Foo, you know?
Yeah.
But she didn't. She was still just a nice person about it. She was like, that wasn't nice. And it wasn't. And I was like, wow, you know, people will say some bad things. We're not here for it. What we're doing is just wondering why.
Yeah.
You know, you have given us your answer why. However, some of it is just like, And she said her biggest hurt. What did she say her biggest hurt was? What was her biggest hurt? I cannot remember.
Was it the baby thing?
She said on one of those episodes, when she said he was talking to someone and said, I ain't never lied to her. She said that's what made her just snap. Out of all the other stuff that was seriously detrimental to her, she sit and says the biggest thing was when he said, I ain't never lied to her. She was talking to I don't know, guys. I can't remember. She was talking to somebody, and then the person on the phone, you know, he got on the phone, he started talking, and he was like, look, I don't know why she doing all of this because I ain't never did all this, and I ain't never lied to her. Never. She said that's when she snapped.
I would have to.
Well,
because just admit it. Like, listen, we know what you did. I know what you did, and you know what you did. Okay, just be like, hey, I'm sorry. And let's keep it moving. But the fact that you could not say nothing, or you still saying, oh, I never, okay, now I have to show you how I feel. Because you're not understanding.
you know what? Oh, why did I laugh? I promised you.
Like,
Kamoni, I started laughing because the next thing I'm about to say, I just, you know, people, please don't judge me, but, Lord, help me say the right things because it is not funny, but at this point, I probably would have gotten physical by now.
Yes.
Bruh man would have had some motherfucking knots on his head because when I find out the truth, first of all, you keep lying and lying and lying, and I can't stand a liar. But as long as you have not really you haven't gotten caught, you can stand on that lie because you didn't get caught.
Right.
But once I catch you,
it's a problem.
I know the best thing to do, Monty, is to leave.
Ooh.
Get away, be done with it, or whatever. But some people, I didn't say me, guys. I said some people have tempers. And you say some craziness on the phone. No. I ain't never lied to her. I think that right there, like she said, that's what broke me. That's what she said. That's what got me. That's what really got me. Oh. And she said that she was actually looking for stuff in the room to use as weapons. I'm not sure if it was that time or what, but she had gotten to that point. Things
You gotta look for something. Anything gonna be a weapon.
Okay, don't make me do this.
Look, anything gonna be
She
a weapon.
said she saw the table, she saw a lamppost, she saw this, she saw that, but you were so right. Anything. Just lying like that. I think he did get physical with one of his ex.
Which is why the restraining order.
Right. Because I did see a little bit of that. But guys, we're not gonna make light of this. This is not a joke. We're not being funny. I just wanted to come over here and talk. I wanted to come on here and talk about it and just see what you guys think, because it is something that everybody is talking about right now. And when we talked about it, you were like, "You haven't heard?" Yes, I have not, but when I did, it's like, okay, let's do this.
Yeah.
So please, we're gonna end right now. We're gonna end it, and I just would love to hear what you guys. I know that there are a lot of other things that we can go over because y'all already know. If you have seen it, it goes a lot. It's a lot about this thing, but we just wanted to, talk about the things that we can remember and that we, know. Please DM us and let us know how you feel. So, and let me end on this, ladies. this lady really did help a lot of people. You might not think she did. You might think in your head that she was just a fool. She was ignoring too much. She
Right.
was too desperate. She was this, she was that, negative, negative, negative. No, ma'am. If you really just, yeah, some of the things just weren't good decisions, but if you really looked at a lot of stuff that she went through and she told you about them and you did not know about them, you just learned a lesson.
Right.
So she just helped you dodge a bullet that you might be going through. So thank you. Thank you, for what you've done. And I hope that, well, you said that you've learned, and I hope love is not lost. I hope you know that don't let this stop you from loving again.
Right.
But the next time, to look into everything, and the people that you taught stuff to, look into it. Look into it from the beginning. You want to know everything. And if they don't want to tell you or share everything, red flag. Bye.
Literally.
Yes,
Literally.
yes. So with that said, feel the rumble and listen to the roar, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.